just few points. Ever below Mr. Not personal with debit contract, personal with debit contract. It's not fair taking complete àwọn ìjáde. Àwọn tí wọ́n number one tàbí adjust. Ṣé mo gbọ́n wọn operate ẹ̀ jáde ó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn rí?
Hello, you are welcome to another section with Ambrose. Before I start, I want to tell you the 13th edition of Investdata Trading Academy. It's Ambrose. Like I usually say when I started this program, that this is time for you to use your stop loss, and what your remove emotion and all this. This is all about trading in this session and investment education. As I said earlier, is to know what is happening in the market at any given time. That means for us to really know how to take investment decision wherever the market is moving, whether up and down, especially this volatility in the market as we speak now that is ongoing. Players of the market, whether you're a long-term or a short-term player, will continue to watch the earnings that are coming in that are moving the market ups and down, so that you know exactly what to do. Because we know that another factor that is behind this volatility is the numbers we're expecting. And this number, as they hit the market is bound to react either positively or negatively. That will also fuel the volatility. And that is the beauty of stock market anywhere in the world. When the market is oscillating, or we call it trendy, up and down, you can plan with it. But when you don't have tools, like as we are waiting here, you don't have to know whether this is a strong support level, this is a breakout. Oh, okay, this stock has broken down my stop loss. Okay, you have touched my target. Yes, I know your target for profit, but when you don't have stop loss, you don't know. But when you accept the stop loss and see the market coming down, or the trend of that stock coming down to touch your stop loss, or the price action, gradually quickly jump out of it. But when you don't have all this, it becomes a problem. That is why, because we have different investment objectives in the market, we need to also have a stop loss for our own objective, because you know why you are in a stock, you know your source of your fund, whether even though it's a broad fund or you're in the draft, you not like to open your eyes and see your money going down the drain in the market. No, that is why stop loss is very, very, very important. And I'll say it always again that emotion is also well. Take away emotion in everything. Don't add sentiment to what you are doing. Oh, my fellow traders in the market, this is not the time to say, I like the name of the management. No, take away emotion. I know why I'm emphasizing on this. Take away emotion. So to remain on the top of your game, you need to effectively use your stop loss, as I said earlier, and know the current trend in the market. As I always emphasize, this will help you a lot to know where the market is moving to. At this point, emotion is removed from your decision, which I know you have come to agree with me. As I have always said, that when profit taking is showing the market, it's not a time for you to always panic. But most people, when they see profit taking, automatically they're calling me, what will they do? What? No. Profit taking is part and parcel of the market, anywhere in the market, either equity market, either bond market, either what's it called, cryptocurrency, FS, anything you are trading, there's always time for profit taking. That means when you see some stock coming down on a light volume and there's no negative information, and you know that people have entered earlier selling, you don't need to panic. But when you see the negative news and at the same time market have negative sentiment, then also when it has touched your stop loss, that is where you can okay. But if not, you can still be watching that your stop loss will be the last commander to tell you whether you should sell off now and not. Because if you really, because there's a little shake in the market, you call it shake out. Then if you sell out of the market, like people that enter your cap on Monday when it gained almost 10%. On Tuesday, the stock hit as high as 14 naira, came down as low as also 13 naira before it closed at 13 naira 50 kobo. If you are such that you quickly just be rushing, you want to sell. No, because there are other fundamental news ahead of the price. You can still hold your position, but when it has not touched your stop loss. If you have touched your stop loss, you can go. But I believe what happened yesterday in UK, I have not touched any policy stop loss. Even us in Investdata, we know our stop loss to be around 7%, others at 10%, depending. The movement yesterday did not touch even that rate. So you need to also exercise patience and see how you can manage. So stop loss is the last resort that you don't want to gamble with it. You don't want to just say play emotion with it. No, once you touch your, especially if you're a trader, but if you're a long-term investor, you can be doing your adjustment. But I don't encourage that. But traders know that stop loss is their last resort to know that this is the time to take decision here. And I said, take away emotion when we are doing this. When I take decision, don't ever add emotion to your work to your decision when you are trading, because it has a way of what affecting you. That's why you need to take away emotion. That is why when you are buying low or you are selling high, you need to watch where the market is going. It's very, very important. Like I just said earlier, any volatility, pullback, price correction, create opportunity for you to buy low and sell high into what a bull rally or an uptrend. You see that volatility, because it goes up and down, it creates opportunity for you to buy. But do you know when to buy? Yet, if you know how to use your support and resistance level, which I've shown you in this class, also in various of our videos, you know exactly when to jump in. And when the stock is also breaking out, a strong resistance level, you know when to jump in. If you're breaking out with a heavy volume, and also there's other positive sentiment you are seeing, then you can jump in when you break out that resistance level. That's why I said volatility at any time, pullback and price correction creates opportunity for us to buy low and sell high, because that is the way to go. And if you are in any market, don't panic. At the same time, watch your stop loss. We have a way of guiding you. As usual, before we go into the market proper, we would like to look at what is actually happening in this in the market generally. But we want to first of all look at the what we call the NGS index action. I would say it's key, because you want to know the state of the market when you are coming in and where the market is heading to. Once you're able to get this right, it's also going to assist you. For us to now, before we go further into looking at individual stocks, we want to look at the state of the market as we speak now. And I'll tell you, for individual stocks, there was already vacillation, but for the market in order to speak, market is flat. Just around the 0.001. Market is still flat, waiting for a trigger. That means if any result will come, but I believe most results will come exactly as from Friday or next week, being the last week that usher into the end of the month of February and take us into the month of March. That means you really want to look at those stocks that you're expecting. If you know the release date of this company, you don't also to panic. But as we speak now, market is flat. The market is flat. It tells you something, and that is why, before I go further, I brought this Bollinger Band to tell you why the market is flat. But before I go to the chart, I want to explain what is happening in the market. The top trade in terms of volume as we speak now, FBN Holding, Transcorp, Fidelity Bank, and these are the top that are topping now as we speak now. Then those gainers as we speak, I mean the market bread up and down. We see having 16 gainers and 15 losers, just slightly positive. 15 gainers, 16 gainers, and 15 losers. Says that the market is still about becoming flat this this afternoon. But that should not bother you. Just hold on, because you know that as more midday traders come to the market, they are more likely to change the direction of the market. But if any positive information also hit the market at this point, that's also going to be a plus for the market. Then the top gainers as we speak now are still Arrows People School, as usual, have been topping there, followed by Wema Bank. At the same time, BAS has come up now. Me and Baker maintain that tempo since Monday. Then the last one there is Mansard, Insurance. These are the top gainers as we speak. On the loser side, we have Niger Insurance. This is the stock that was lifted from suspension on Monday. It just gained yesterday 10% today, so already losing the same point again. Then followed by Charms, then Mutual Benefit, Sterling Bank, and the Owando. These are the top losers as we speak now. But quick one, we're coming back to the chart, because I tell you that chart is what to tell us whatever is happening in the market. If you look at, I try to bring I will still call up our T line, but before I call our T line, I want to show you something with this polygon band. You can see that after less activities, because this polygon band, you see there's a place it blow out, there's where it comes, these are where there is momentum and less momentum. But something will trigger momentum when you want to break out. You see what happened here is that it has been tight all this while before there was a breakout here. You can see the momentum here become wide, and you see that the index action is above this. Don't forget that this is a red line, 20-day moving average of Bollinger Band. I've not added the 8 days moving average exponential, but I've not added, but I will add that for later. But I'm trying to explain this for you. If you look at this, see that the index action is above the 20 days. Here it came down. When it break down the 20 days moving average, see within the polygon band, see what is triggering here. But the beauty that check here that the market break out in December 30th. So moving with the top polygon line, it tells that the market is seriously strong in this situation. But also come here and look at this place where the market is side trending. You can at this point that market has not really broken out the the 47,300 is still below it. Once you break it out, but for now, you can see that the market is also start trending. No, at the same time, the momentum has really shrinked. It has really come down, but it's waiting for a trigger at this point. For me, the market is waiting for. So that what are those triggers waiting? The market have already seen the economic data that were released, last week, and now we're waiting more numbers to come from the big caps and also the big names in the company in the market. Sorry, when those big names start their earnings and you see the beat expectation, and even though their dividend announcement also beat what market expecting, I see that the market will break out from it. But always mark that when there's always a kind of less momentum before you see a breakout, you see you can see it here, you can see it here, you can see it even before now this point again. For me, it's good for us to actually say, let me call up the Bollinger Band to give you exactly what is happening. So that you see the momentum around the market. You see that in a kind of a red at the end of the week. That's why we're seeing mixed oscillation. The market is like what I put down, cold or quiet. Or the language we use is lukewarm. But since I was seeing that the market is that nature, you can see that the Bollinger Band is telling you exactly that yes, market is ready for a trigger. When a trigger came here, you can see that the thing widened. We expect that at this point again, something will push the index to what means as you are trading, you are investing, you watch this your line. Once the market breaks down this, I can see that when it breaks down this line, look at the candlestick here that it breaks down this 20 days moving average. It was purely red, but it's funny that it touched the lower polygon band. It stayed there for a while. It tried to come up, but as far that the market is below the 20 days moving average on the polygon band, it says that the market is still very very weak. That means then you want to wait. And you can see here that the MACD is still flat here, flat because people tell you that market has no direction. Before we saw a kind of expansion in the momentum, and that took us to where we are. And I can see, but coming to the last 2 trading days now, weeks, you can see that market is side trending, and you can see that Bollinger Band is also closing up, waiting for another trigger. When that trigger comes, it will go up or down. But I believe that as far the market is above this red line, then the market is still very very strong. But I said earlier that in any market you are trading, let your stop loss always guide you. Don't be carried away with profit. When you make profit, take your profit as the market is giving you. But if you want to protect your capital, because the market is risky, when market is volatile, you need to always apply what your stop loss. It's very very important. But comment down here, you can see also your MACD divergence. You can see it here that you can see that it's always MACD is always coming up. That's why that is on a bearish MACD. See this histogram here is already reducing. It was coming up here, it was widening up, but now it's really not trying to go up again. Once MACD cross the signal line up to become a bullish market, is good for us. But as we speak, on a day chart, the market is still struggling. That is why I see market have not broken out within this 47,200 and something. Just in between, the market is going up and down. As we speak now, fund in the market is looking down a bit. That means we are not seeing much fund in the market. And today, being the midweek, the option might also slow down. The primary market option in the treasury B open market, that is going to tell you that market might slow down today. But what after that again might see pick up from Friday or tomorrow. But for me, the market is still very very much in order. But what I want to do now, I want to quickly look at what is happening in the FBNH, because we have seen the market. Let's quickly look at what is happening in the first holding, FBN holding, to see are we expecting that the numbers will come and beat the market expectation. Because we look at the chart to give you direction where this stock is going. Pick one, look at that. After looking at that, we'll go back and look at what is happening in Me and Baker. Me and Baker is among the gainers this morning, the top gainers. I told you about the narrow breeze gold that is purely sentiment in the market. If you are there, that you are still watching with your T line, you can still hold your position. But before I leave this market direction, the NGS market action, index action. Let me quickly bring our T line on this Bollinger Band so that it will make things clearer and easier for you to read at any time. Let me quickly bring it here before I leave this place. Let me quickly bring that my T line. Sorry, let me bring that T line to see what is happening. T line, what the T line is telling us that this market is on now. The market is on now. The market is on now. You can see, good. You can see that. You can see what I said earlier last week, yesterday, that when T line is giving you guide, you need less of this 20 days moving average. But it's important that I explain to you, because 20 days to come with the a standard polygon band. But if you look at the T line, which is the blue line here, you can see it's telling you that whenever this market index touch them, it bounce. Anytime it broke down it, I told you that the time to sell. You can see almost the same place it crosses down, but you can see the same place the T line and the 20 this where the breaker, because this is where the shortest moving average, which is almost the T line 8 days, it crossed the longer one, which is 20 from down. You can see that the market and the index action are remain above the T line. That is the blue line I'm showing you. Tell you that the market is still very, very strong. And if you come here, the market is like trending for almost like 2 weeks now. See, they are all on top of the what? The T line. T line have not broken down, and the candlestick here is not enough to give. That means here investors are very, very taking they are being cautious to see what the number will look like, where the direction will be. That's why they are still watching to see. And also liquidity level in the market, I will tell you, has not really improved as expected, but still there is liquidity in the market. If you have improved, we have seen more position and more small entering, but you see we are seeing position taken in those dividend paying stock, blue chip stock. That's why we are seeing the kind of flat movement or sideways movement in the index action. For me, there's no cause for alarm. I always you know how to invest, you know when to cut your loss, you also know when to jump into the market. It will become sweet for you so that you can reduce your losing side and also increase your gaining side. Let's quickly look at what is happening in SGN holding before we go to me and Baker and the others that were saying that are making uptrend. Once we're able to do that, that will also help us to know exactly what is happening in the market as we speak now. The movement that brought the FBN holding to this level is just a momentum investing. When traders or investors saw volume, they quickly jump in, and that has sustained the market. In addition to the shareholding structure of the company for now, of the holding company for now, but as a trader, you want to see is the momentum now. What is the indicator saying about this stock? What is the price action? I told you that in a volatile market, price action is very, very key, because it tells you where the stock is is heading to. Once you know where it's heading to, you apply other indicators, like you just said, your trend line, your T line, all these things, they are very important. When you know where the position of the stock, you can now know either you jump in or you still hold your position or you jump out. But when you don't have all this, you are also trying to guess. Fundamentals are good, but most times fundamental only tell you that a stock is good, but the right price to buy that stock, fundamental will not tell you. You can see that company like Nestle say they have good fundamental, but the right price to enter Nestle, fundamental will not tell you. But if you're a technician, you know the right price to enter stock. When the stock has formed a base of a strong support level, you can think of anything. But when it's also breaking out a strong level with a new volume and a new momentum behind it, you can calculate jump it. That is why, as a trader investor, you don't depend on one leg of analysis. You need to combine your fundamental and your technical at any time. And if you have other plan, like I said, that trading with date is also very important, especially in any season. You trade with date. You need to know exactly when these companies are likely to hit the market with their result or other news. When you know, it's what's going to help you, because that also reflects on the on the chart. That's why I said chart summarize everything we are doing in the market. Since chart summarize everything we are doing in the market, you always keep your eyes on that chart at any given time. Like as we speak now, you see the chart of LPN holding. I'm telling you, this chart is very, very clear. For me, it's giving me a lot of information about LPN holding now as we speak. If you want to draw a triangle at this point here, take a line here. See this trend. See this trend. This trend is up. This uptrend here. You see, that means the stock is still seriously strong because it's form an uptrend. But if you come to this level here, between here is the, let me bring this line up here so that you can understand what I'm saying to at this point. So if you look at this line here, it's between here and where you are seeing this blue line. So another, we'll call it let me draw the line here so that you can understand what I mean here. Understand what I mean here. You check here too. see that this stock has formed kind of a rectangle, and this was also a channel. But when the internet is trying to like come down, come to see, it tested here, it went up here, it touched here, it came down, but it touched the line for a reverse. But within the world, at this time, I also can call it a consolidation, point or period, waiting for a trigger. But today, you see, this stock has made a leap to touch even as high as almost 11 naira, 60, 70 kobo before coming down around this 650. But the good thing that the stock is still very, very strong, but you need to watch and see. But if you want to buy this stock, you might not be buying for dividend, because I will tell you the way it is, there's another information that will trigger this stock. It will be on dividend pay news. If the dividend come is not too attractive, it might remain at this within this region, this channel up and down. But before you can see a major breakout, either a strong information will come to FBM holding to break out. But quick one, we got to bring that our T line at this point, and if possible, I will bring the Bollinger Bank to look at it, but I prefer to use the T line to tell us what the market is doing and where it is heading to, where this action of the price action of LBM holding is looking at, so that you will know exactly what to do at this point of your phone, and you don't want your phone to be going down and you are looking. That is why you need to up your game, get the right education when it comes to trading, and get the right tools, because any doctor you see, he has his own tools to know what he's doing. But if you are trading the market, you are just using Bible without tools, you have not started. You just need a tool, get your technical tools, your software. But once you have all these, yes, I'll tell you, you have started, you have come to the market. But if you are still just waiting to see what somebody will tell you this is where it is, no, you must have a tool that guide you in this market, so that you can take advantage of the market at any given time. But if you don't have tools, that means you will still also be waiting for somebody to come and tell you the market is going this way. No, I don't believe in that. You must have your tools that will tell you where the market is going. Once you have that, I'm telling you, yes, you are serious and you are just starting the business. I want to change this our T line to 8. I told you 8 is what I use on the T line, and change the color so that you can see. I'll leave it in blue so that you can see that the line there. I'll leave it in blue so that we can differentiate the red line. It comes with the polygon band. And you can see that even the exchange holding is already crossed the polygon line to above the T line. You can see that the T line is the blue line here. For me, it's a good one. And if you come down and look at your MACD here, you can see that gradually, the FBM holding is bullish, only that it's not strong but bullish. And the good thing that funds is entering today. You can see it sharp fund have entered the store. That is why it's at as high as 1170 before pulling back to 1150 now. Funds have entered the stock this morning. It's a sign that this stock is also heading somewhere. You need to know all this so that when you are taking decision, you don't just take one-sided decision. You know that